Hi, Feminist Frequency. I think that's what your name is. My name's Earl. Pleasure to meet you. I apologize in advance about a little bit of wind noise. Feminist Frequency, you were talking about sex bots as the or a ultimate male fantasy, and I don't think that's true at all. I think it's a male fantasy. I mean, it's a fantasy. It's nowhere near ultimate. I think that the thing is, when someone asks you, like, I'm not going to say that the guys that you've talked to have limited imaginations. What I'm going to say is, a lot of times, like, that's like a thing that you do when you're kind of getting to know somebody, and you're like, hey, what do you like? And you start them off with like, well, I like shoulder rubs and candlelight. It's nowhere near your ultimate fantasy, but that's where you start them off. And then you work your way up to greater intimacy and revelations about who you are sexually. You know, what makes you kinky, what makes you good, game, and willing. You know, awesome stuff. So what I'm thinking is, eventually you got to Sexbot. Hey baby, I got you a silver lycra one-piece body outfit, and I thought we might, you know, I feel comfortable that we might do some role play. Like you're a robot and you're like, no freaking way, unless you say yes, and if you do, let me know, because that's cool. But no, it's not an ultimate fantasy. That was a rung on a ladder that goes, I'll tell you where it goes. I will tell you an ultimate sexual fantasy and upload it to the internet. I can't imagine that being a bad decision. Feel free to make a video response. Alright, first of all, you don't just get one sex bot, you get a whole bunch of sex bots, and they're really not sex bots, because you're not having sex with them all the time, nor are you watching, you have a whole bunch, nor are you watching them all have sex in front of you while you sip delightful Chardonnay. It's just a waste. It's a waste of resources, a waste of amazing things, fantasies. So, first off, you get them in a spaceship that is basically a series of massive factories, and you shoot that spaceship off to another planet, and one of those factories detaches, drops down, and starts mining. And as the mining starts to produce a big warehouse of resources, another factory comes and lands safely on the little spaceport that your sex bots. They're not sex bots, they're not having sex, they're not even miners really, they're tools. Now, these robots, these tools, have mining, landing strips, good things. The next factory drops, more and more industry is built, more and more plants and things, you know, livestock, edibles, textiles, just, you know, the fabric of society. The fabric of what you would want to have in a prosperous new settlement. And then I probably freeze myself. I'm not going to get in a ship and have Sexbot action, you know, for 5 years. I'll just go ahead and wait and freeze myself, shoot myself to there, and oh, let me describe my spaceship. It's like a pyramid, and it looks like it's made out of gold. And as my pyramid approaches planet Earl, it slowly starts to descend and rotate, and the light just gleaming off it, and it slowly comes down and settles on a massive. Now, I mean, people who've seen a lot of big things in their life walk up and see this and say, that is a massive pyramid, except it's missing its top. But that is a massive pyramid, and suddenly, descending out of the clouds, comes my ship, the pinnacle of this pyramid, and it rests just perfectly. And then this front doors open, and this massive staircase comes out, descending like a mile down to the ground. And a mile away, as I step out, robes blowing in the wind, I'm not wearing any underwear, I look down on a sea of sex bots. I look over on my mining and my orchards and my palace, and I'm standing on top of my pyramid, and what do I hear other than the clicking of the engines of the ship behind me? I hear my name roaring out of thousands of voices. Earl! Earl, Earl, Earl. And then I slowly walk down that mile of steps with my arms outstretched. And my arms are going to get tired. They're already tired holding this camera. So I have my Sexbots walk up and hold my hands and arms so I can kind of rest them and still come down in my regal state. And they will stop shouting my name when my foot touches the soil of my planet. Then I'm going to clap my hands and everybody is going to start having sex. Now, and someone hands me a 40 ounce of ice cold malt liquor right as I touch the ground. I take a swig of that and get to doing it with Sexbots. Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's good. That's a good one. That's more along the lines of ultimate sexual fantasy, Feminist Frequency. It's not wear a lycra silver jumpsuit, make me a sandwich, and give me do me a favor. But anyway, feel free to share your sexual fantasies with me if you have agreed to wear that lycra jumpsuit and what you did, because that'd be cool. All right, I'll see you in the tubes.